Mavenir's cloud-native automation solution automates the deployment of the 5G network, handling every step of the process, such as setting up the Kubernetes clusters, installing container-as-a-service and platform-as-a-service components, implementing Mavenir's management layer, and deploying all the required 5G network functions. This demonstration showcases deployment of 5G core network functions, but the same automation framework applies to 5G RAN network functions as well. As we start, the first step is to generate Kubernetes cloud deployment artifacts. Here, the Automation Configuration Tool, or ACT component in Mavenir's cloud-native automation solution is used to upload the infrastructure data that is compiled into the Customer Input Questionnaire, going forward referred as CIQ files, that are needed for the 5G core deployment. Inputs data is provided from an inventory system or other tools. This input contains information such as IP addresses, server profiles, kernel parameters, and other necessary data of the required infrastructure. Once the input data is uploaded, it undergoes a validation process, and a green check mark serves as a visual confirmation of successful validation. Following validation, the review stage begins, allowing the installer to inspect the consolidated data. In the example, the display showcases 3 master nodes and 2 worker nodes, along with a list of various components that will be deployed on each. The master nodes will host components such as the Mavenir Telco Cloud Integration Layer, MTCIL, or the cloud storage, where the worker nodes will host 5G core components. The review stage is an opportunity to confirm the accuracy of the data imported from the inventory systems or other tools. Without the aid of Mavenir's cloud-native automation solution, this task would have been labor-intensive, time-consuming, and vulnerable to human errors. The next phase creates and uploads a JSON file to the Git repository with the necessary artifact. The automated dashboard shows the successful integration of the infrastructure project, highlighting that the element is ready to install. The cloud installation begins after validating and confirming the CIQ summary as presented. The dashboard presents a comprehensive overview of the progress made across various areas. It provides a general view of the status of crucial processes such as discovery, audit, commissioning, operating system installation, and readiness. The individual panels on the right-hand side of the dashboard display the progression of the master and worker nodes through each stage of deployment in a sequential manner. After all the different stages of deployment are completed, the dashboard shows the time taken for each stage. Following this, the deployment of Kubernetes cluster designed for 5G core networks is initiated. The process unfolds in a series of stages, starting with the generation of inventory, pre-configuration, and the initiation of nodes, among other critical tasks. The command line interface on the right-hand side provides an ongoing and dynamic display of the deployment's progression, demonstrating the creation of key components such as the master and worker nodes, as well as the Kubernetes pods, until the status is finally marked as completed. Once more, the ACT component in Mavenir's cloud-native automation solution facilitates the process of uploading the CIQ files that are required by the different 5G core network functions that will be installed in this step. For this demonstration, these functions are Authentication Server function, Session Management function, Policy Control function, Access and Mobility function, User Plane function, and Network Slice Selection function. Following this, the configuration files for the network functions need to go through a verification process to ensure that the data is accurate. The green checkmark symbol serves as an indicator of successful validation. Once again, after the validation, a review process presents the uploaded configuration related to the network functions that need to be installed. The operator will examine this data and confirm it. After that, the artifacts needed to automate the deployment of the network functions, such as JSON and XML files, are generated and uploaded to Git. These files will be retrieved by the tool at the time of installation. Note that the project created in the dashboard is ready to be installed. Upon initiation of the installation process, The progress can be tracked following the validation and confirmation of the CIQ summary. This is a graphical user interface of the Mavenir centralized management system, where the schemas for different network functions are loaded. The screen provides a visual representation of the deployment status of the network functions, with the right-hand side of the screen utilizing a command line interface to display the ongoing installation progress. The interface highlights each individual microservice being installed for the various network functions. Once all the required components have been successfully deployed, the status will be updated. Eventually, the status of the application will change to indicate that it's ready for use. The deployment is complete, and the required set of 5G core software is ready.